everybody, I'm back with another video. This video is a little different. I am combining crochet with jewelry. Something that I've been wanting to do for a while now. I've been wanting to experiment with crocheting with beads, and I had this leftover thread from my last project. It's like a golden thread, and I was thinking, like, what do I make with this? And then I was scrolling on Pinterest, of course, to get some inspo, and I kept seeing these waist chains that are just made with normal beads, and I was like, maybe I could try to crochet that. Like, it looks like something that would be pretty easy to make, and like, as I mentioned, I've been wanting to crochet with beads. I'm actually wearing them right now, but I made two. This one with sun beads and these little circular beads, and then one with these pearl beads. It probably takes like 30 minutes to do it. You just have to have all your supplies. I got all of my jewelry supplies. I think it's called Bee Crafts, but I will link it in the description. I wanted to get obviously some beads. I got the pearl beads, the sun beads, and then these like smaller circular beads. And then I got jump rings, and I got some lobster clasps. And yeah, let's get into it. I have all of my supplies here. My 1.5 millimeter hook that I'm going to be using. My golden thread, this is size 0, it's a lace weight thread. And then I have all my beads here. I got my pliers for when I attach the beads. There's my pearl beads there. My small circular beads. These sun charms that are really cute. And then the lobster clasps. And then both 4mm and 3mm jump rings. To start, I made a long tail, about 3 to 4 times the size of the length of the project that you want, and then I'm just going to add a slip knot there so that it's still attached to the ball of yarn. We just have a really long tail. Pulling that tight, I'm just going to organize myself here. So the top yarn is attached to the ball, and the bottom yarn is the loose end. So taking the bottom yarn, I'm going to yarn over on my hook, wrapped around my hook, and then I'm going to pull through those 2 loops with my top yarn that's attached to the ball. And I'm going to do that again, wrapping with the bottom yarn and pulling through with the top yarn. And this is just the same process. We're going to do this all the way throughout the project, wrapping and then pulling through with the other yarn. This is what it's looking like so far. I'm now going to place my beads on the string, and you can do this at any time. Taking the loose end, the bottom yarn, I'm just going to put my sun charms on, and make sure you put them on in the same direction. So this one I had kind of put the back end first, and so I'm just going to keep that consistent with each of the beads that I put on. So the back end is going on first. It doesn't really matter which way you do this, just as long as they're all on the same way. As soon as I'm ready to place a bead onto the chain, I'm going to pull it all the way up so that it's as close to my hook as it can be. I'm now going to continue wrapping the bottom yarn over my hook, making sure the bead is securely in there, and then I'm going to pull through with my top yarn. Doing the same process, but I'm just making sure that the bead is in that as I do it. So now it's secured, I'm just going to pull on my yarn and continue to do this. Once you get to the desired length, I'm just going to pull through one more loop and pull it all the way through so that it kind of secures the end there. I just got a little, one of my threads got stuck. Yeah, pulling it through, securing the end, and then I'm going to tie these two strings together. This is what my chain is looking like so far with all my charms. I'm now going to add these ones on by hand because I wanted them to dangle a little bit more, so I'm going to attach them to my jump rings, my 3mm jump rings here, and then attach them to the chain that I have. So this is what it's looking like after it's all done. I've added all my charms. I have my sun charms and my little circular ones there. At the end, you just want to add a lobster clasp right at the tail end there with a jump ring, and then have a jump ring on the other side just to create that clasp. Make sure you weave in your ends as well, and then you're all finished. This is how they look on. I'm so happy with how they turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching.